What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Tsunami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Check out the V-Jump scans, leaks, whatever you want to call it. We are getting 3 confirmed EZAs happening in the foreseeable future in Dokkan. And this video is going to be a quick guide to help you prepare. Right now, it is very easy. It is very straightforward. But there is one slight hiccup in the process that I personally had. So I'm going to show you some possible alternate ways to get yourself fully ready for this. So this is going to be a very straightforward, easy video. Hopefully you will all be able to take care of this as soon as possible. I was able to get all this done in basically one sitting. So let's jump over to the game and let's take a look. So as you can see on this team right here, these are half confirmed EZAs and half EZAs that I want to see. I'm really hoping that we get these top 3, Ginyu Goku, Physical Ginyu Force, and the Int Ginyu. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get the Int one at least, but the top 2, I'm not so sure. Especially after these guys being announced first. It was a little concerning. But these 3 units, all free-to-plays, all getting EZAs. Zarbon Dodoria, Physical Son Goku from the 3-year, and the Krillin and the Vegeta. As you can see here, I've also got them all at 97%. You might be wondering why I have them at 97% and not at 100%. The reason why is because when I went into the hidden potential system, I put every single orb into every part of the grid except for these parts where I could choose between the additionals, dodges, and criticals, because I still don't know how the unit is going to be. I knew these guys were going to be getting EZAs at some point, because there's no way that we're going to be getting a unit like this having a simple supreme damage super attack. That's just not how it's going to go. Not this guy, not the Zarbon Dodoria, although they do have a little bit more going for them. And this guy, I didn't really know if we were going to be getting an EZA, but since he is also dropping in the same manner that the Zarbon was, I figured that if one of them is going to be getting it, the other one should too. So these 3 are essentially a package deal. They are all going to be getting upgrades, and until we know what they do, I don't really want to be putting anything into their hidden potential orbs. However, if you guys already rainbowed the units, it is not the worst thing in the world, because since they are free to play, it is an easy fix to figure out how you want to recalibrate the unit. So if you don't know how to do this, the number one thing you'd want to do first is, let's say you have this guy at 100% and you've put 100% of his hidden potential into dodges and criticals. And you realize after the Extreme Z Awakening that you actually want some additional on the unit. So all you'd have to do is you'd have to reverse the unit down to its base Krillin form. You would then go into the hidden potential grid, and if you wanted to recalibrate, let's say this one, it was set to 3 dodge, and you wanted to change it to 3 additional, you would either need to spend 10 Dragon Stones, or you could use another SSR copy of this Krillin to recalibrate. This SSR Krillin is easily obtainable from that respective story event, so I'm going to show you that right now. How to farm out each of these 3 story events. Right here, Saiyan in Rebellion is the first event. Level 4, you can fight and get the Krillin, with Revenge being the category. Revenge has quite a few easily obtainable units there, both free-to-play LR and TURs, so you can definitely get some nice boosts from this category. You jump in, you farm out this Krillin. This one took me no time at all, so you can definitely farm out a ton of copies of this guy, both for your SA5 as well as your extra copies if you have to recalibrate. Once we find out what the unit does, you would obviously need to farm double the medals in order to get that extra SA5, but it's worth it. This isn't one of those events where farming it out is ethically more correct, but it just takes a long time. The drop rates are very generous. It's very easy. I had a completely uninterrupted time. It was boom, boom, boom. Every single run, I got like 2 copies of the Krillin. I was done in no time. So this was definitely easy to do. Make sure you get the SA5 ready to go. 20 medals is not going to be a problem whatsoever. Also, if you farmed out the medals needed for the Vegeta and you didn't end up pulling the Vegeta, those medals could come in handy for an SA5 of this Krillin. So, Dokkanning responsibly helps out in more ways than one, people. So that is the first event. The second event is the one where you can get the Zarbon. This is from the Rulers of the Universe and the Warrior Race, Emperor's Intentions. When you see Frieza's ugly face right here, this is where you can get the Zarbon. Zarbon can be obtainable from stage 2, so farm out your first copy to get him to SA10. All paths open. Then you farm out another copy with SA5 with no paths open. And you only need 10 medals to awaken this unit, so you can farm out 20 very easily. This one took me no time at all on stage 5. This one uses the Terrifying Conquerors category, and I'm going to show you my team for Terrifying Conquerors, full free-to-play LRs right here. All free-to-play LRs, so you can get a full 245% category boost giving you a ton of bonuses, bonus drops that are going to make the runs go by a lot quicker. Zarbon was definitely one of my easier runs, which is why Zarbon is all the way down here. But yeah, easily farm out those 10 medals times 2, and you'll be ready to go. And once we learn how the unit works, I will then put my orbs into the unit. But I will say, since it's supreme damage and lowering attack, I feel like I'm more likely going to be giving him more additionals than critical, just because he's probably going to be someone focusing more on debuffing the enemy instead of stacking or something like that. But we'll see. That is the second unit. And the third one is this Goku. This is one unit that I never had until this anniversary, this celebration. This guy was back from the 3-year anniversary. When people farmed out this unit from the story event, they, at the time, didn't have this medal available, which was hard-locked behind a 3-year unique campaign. But now that the medals are out, you can go farm in and awaken the unit. However, I will say from personal experience, I did have a little bit more of a difficult time farming this guy out. So you go to the Rule of the Universe Warrior Race Legend of the Super Saiyan story event with Goku's face here. And you're going to go to stage 5. These medals are extremely easy to farm out. I think each run I got like 5 or 6 medals at a time. And you're going to be using the Planet Namek Saga category boost. So I was having the easiest time getting all the medals needed. However, the Goku would not drop. And I think part of the problem is because of the fact that you would get one of these, either the training item or the Goku, so that kind of added to the uncertainty level. So you could have the absolute highest category boost, but if you just weren't predetermined to get the Goku, you weren't going to get it. Didn't matter. So hopefully you have better luck than I do, but if you are having too much of a difficult time with this, you don't have to go the full 14, 19 copy route. You can instead get the 5 copies here just to open up all the paths. And then if you really want to, you could do it a different way. There are currently, I believe, 3 other story events in the game that allow you to farm out the Goku without having to do it that way. So you might possibly have a better Majin Buu Saga category team. If you do, you would bring a Majin Buu Saga category team here. Let's see what the category boost is. Yeah, Majin Buu Saga. You would go here into stage 2 and farm out this Goku. I don't remember having too much of a problem here. But again, it is the same type of situation where you get one or the other. But in my experience, I didn't have as much of a problem here. So basically what I'm saying is you could shake things up by doing different events. This, of course, doesn't have to happen overnight. You have some time. We don't have a set date when these guys are going to be getting their EZAs. We're still technically in part 2, awaiting what's going to be coming up in part 3. So you have some time. So let's say you get Zarbon and Krillin Vegeta done. You're just working on the Goku. You could farm out copies here. You could also farm out copies via the Cell games. This event right here will also give you copies of the Goku on stage 1 using, I believe, Goku's Family. Goku's Family will give you the drops. Another category full of EZA, or free-to-play LRs, I should say, and TURs. And then the last one would be the Androids in Action. The great thing about doing it here is that not only will you be getting copies of the Goku for your Goku that needs to be boosted for this particular celebration, but you can also get started on a future EZA that's going to be coming out in Global for this Yardrat Super Saiyan Goku. So if you haven't done so, you can also kill 2 birds with 1 stone by doing it here and getting this copy as well. Again, it says one of these, but like I was saying, for my particular experience, I was having an unusual amount of difficulty farming out that Goku on that particular event. So if you're having that problem, you could do it here. For all we know, it could end up being the same result, or it could be different. So just shaking things up might help you get the job done faster so that you don't get as frustrated. And you go to stage 4 and you'd farm out the medals for this guy as well. For here, you would need androids as the category boost. Some of you may have that, some of you may not. So that, I think, is it. Is there any more Gokus that you could possibly get from here? No. Well, this guy, but he is not, yeah, he's not regular Goku. So yeah, those 3 are enough, but hopefully that should be enough for you guys to run. That is all that I needed to get the job done. It took me about a day. So if you do nothing but just this, I don't think you have to burn any stones for this, especially since we've got a couple days, at least a week maybe, until we get this possible EZA situation. So don't feel rushed, but just know that it is very easy to do. You don't have to burn any Kais for this one. Go ahead and save those Kais for another unit that is possibly coming up. But that is going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. And let me know in the comments, are you already done with your preparation for the 3 units? And if so, did you do what I did and you have them all at 97%, or did you already go the full 100% and are just going to recalibrate once you find out what they do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.